Assalamualaikum and welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you are new, my name is Arina, and if you are coming back, I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I'll be swatching and also reviewing the new release from Focallure, which is their Velvet Smooth Lip Glaze. I have few shades with me. I only picked up the ones that have a HOT sticker on it, which is like the recommended shades from them. And if you are interested to know my thoughts and also how they perform or how they look on my lips, just keep on watching. In this video, I'll also be comparing them to the Focallure Lip Glaze, which is one of my favorite formula from them. I already swatched all the shades from the collection. If you want to watch it, you can click up here. Because the name is quite similar, it's velvety, same goes to the lip glaze. So I am very intrigued to know how the formula is, and also to see whether there are some overlapping shades or similar shades from the lip glaze collection. Okay, let's talk about the packaging first. So it comes in the box like this. It's very simple and straightforward. The shade names on the top, the ingredients, and also the description, suggested use, and everything like that is on the backs. You can just refer to it if you purchase one or if you purchase from them. So this is how the packaging looks like. It's very pretty, it's very feminine looking and minimalistic. Same goes to the lip clay component. So it has a Focallure written gold then on the top and also on the sides, and I am very sure that this writing here will fade over time. So it has a frosted top, it's peach shade, it's very beautiful honestly, and it has a gold writing on both sides, and also the shade name is on the bottom, just like the lip clay. I can already see some fading happen on the writing. Keep in mind, the writing will not stay forever on the tube. So this is how the applicator looks like. It is also a reservoir applicator where it collects extra product on the center so that you don't really have to pick up more product from the tube. Okay, the price is also similar to the lip clay, which is around 6 ringgit. So the first shade I'm going to swatch is 001. By the way, this lip product has a scent, kind of like a guava and fruity scent, but it's not too overwhelming. Okay, this is the first shade, which is 001, and this is how it looks like on me. On first impression, the formula feels a bit different from the lip clay one. The lip clay one feels more pillowy, more soft and bouncy. This one also feels soft, but it has more like a silky texture on it. I'm not sure whether it will dry down to matte. I will wait a few seconds, maybe around 1 minute, and we'll see whether it dries down to matte or not. But for now, this is how the shade 001 looks on my lips. It's almost like a nude orange shade. Okay, I just read the description from the website. It claims to be matte and also it claims to be waterproof as well, but for me this is like a satin matte or a velvety matte where it is not drying. Yes, the website also claims that it's not drying and also has a little bit of transfer if the lips touches a cup or you eat something, but it says that color will stay on the lips throughout the day. And yeah, I already waited for around 1+ minute or maybe 2 minutes, and I can still see and also feel that the shade is like a bit moving on the lips, meaning that it is not dry, but it has the matte look but not like a drying matte look. For transfer, oh yeah, it has only a little bit of transfer. Maybe like it transfer the oily part of it. You can maybe blot it a bit, and that will get rid of the like glossy looking. I will test it out now. It has some transfer. Okay, now it looks more matte than before. It gives you like that powdery looking, which I actually really like. So this is how the shade 001 looks on my lips, and so far I like it. Okay, it's really easy to remove with just using a cotton pad or a tissue. And I also did remove it with a makeup remover just to make sure that there's nothing left on my lips. And the next shade that I'm going to swatch is the shade 104. Okay, from the tube you can see that this color is very pigmented and also dark, but once I apply on my lips and also when I swatch it, it's actually not as dark. It still has the same scent, which is like a guava or fruity scent. Okay, this is the shade 104. Actually, this is, I want to say my favorite, but it is for my skin tone, it's borderline nude. If you have a lighter skin tone than me, or if you have a lighter lip color, this shade will look pretty on you. It's a nude shade, but I think it's more on the cooler tone nude or a grayish nude. But yeah, this is how the shade looks like. It's actually really pretty. If I use a dark lip liner or a brown lip liner, it will look more suitable for my skin tone. So yeah, this is the shade 104. Okay, moving on to the next shade, which is 203. Okay, this is the shade 203. Actually, it's pretty as well. It's like a light watermelon shade. It's not very bright and not too overwhelming or too shocking. A wearable watermelon shade, and it still has the same scent and also the same opacity and the same pigmentation so far. So yeah, this is the shade 203. The next shade is 205. Okay, this is the shade 205. I feel like this is one of the lightest shade from the collection that I have picked up, and I can still get away with this shade. But I think for those who have a darker lip color than me, you need to wear a lip liner. If not, it will look a bit patchy and a bit uneven. Yeah, it's natural for a light shades like this. Will not cover your lip hyperpigmentation. I also have like hyperpigmentation on the outer perimeters here, and it does show up a bit, but for me I don't mind that. But if you like want to cover that, you need to wear a darker lip liner on the outer perimeter and just dab this color on the center, or wear a darker lip color from this line, and you can dab this shade on the center and will give you an ombre look. So yeah, this is the shade 205, a light peachy shade. Okay, moving on to the next shade, which is 302. I feel like this one has a different scent than the previous ones. Okay, this is the shade 302. On camera it looks bright, but actually it's not as bright as what I can see from the monitor. Yeah, it's like a blood red, but it's not too deep. I think this shade will look pretty if you do an ombre look, which is just dab this shade on the center and apply a lighter lip red color. I think from the website you can see some example of the model use it with for like an ombre look. So yeah, this is the shade 302, and I think this shade will look so pretty for those who have a lighter skin tone. Honestly, it will make you more fair. Also will look pretty on those who have a deeper skin tone as well. So yeah, this is the shade 302. The next shade is 402. Okay, this is the shade 402. I actually like this shade as well. From the monitor it looks more red, but it's actually a red shade with a hint of brown. So it's not too red and also not too brown. It's in the middle. I don't know what's the shade it's actually called. I think it's oxblood or something, like a rustic red. It's like a vintage red, something in between those names. This is the shade. This shade will look so pretty with just a simple black eyeliner or even a dark brown eyeliner. And this one has the guava scent, whereas the previous one, which is the red shade, a different scent than the others. So yeah, this is the shade 402. The next shade is 403. Okay, this is the shade. It's also pretty. It's a brown shade, but it's a warm brown shade. Like the previous one, it has more red in the color, but this one has more brown. This shade actually reminds me of the newer releases or newer shade from the lip clay line. So yeah, this is the shade 403, one of my favorite. Okay, moving on to the next shade, which is 502. Okay, this is the shade 502. I think this shade will be favorites to a lot of people because it is a nude shade with a hint of pink. It's wearable for light, medium, and I don't think it's suitable for those who have dark skin tone because it will look like borderline light on you. But yeah, this shade is so pretty. I think this will be an everyday lip shade for a lot of people. And then again, this is the shade 502. The next shade is 503. Okay, this is the shade 503 on my lips. I did go to the kitchen just now and ate something, and it doesn't take off the lip product. Even though it doesn't dry to like a drying matte, it fades away nicely on the center, and I don't see any cracking or separating on the center even I ate something just now. So that's nice to know. This shade will suit a lot of skin tone, but for darker skin tone, this shade will look like a nude pink on you and it will look pretty. This is again in the shade 503. The lip product does reflects light when initially you apply it, but as the time goes by, it will dry down to almost matte. I would say it's like a satin finish, but if you blot it, it will give you a powdery look. The next shade is 504. Okay, this is the shade 504. This is also a beautiful nude pink shade. It kind of reminds me of the earlier shades that I swatched. I don't remember which one, but honestly, when swatched at the back of my hand or even on the palm, it looks different from what it looks on the lips, so I'm not sure which one. I will try to replay the clip that I recorded earlier. And yeah, this is again the shade 504. This is a beautiful nude pink where the dominant shade is actually the pinks. So this one will suit medium skin tone or medium deep skin tone. It's actually very pretty, and even though it's more on the lighter shade, it doesn't really show the darker or hyperpigmentation or discoloration that I have on my lips. And this is the shade 504. And the last shade is 505. Okay, this is the shade 505. Honestly, it reminds me of the previous shade that I swatched. So I did swatch this shade, all the shades at the back of my hand, and I think by hand swatch you can see that there's a lot of overlapping shades and repeated shades, and this is just the shades that has a HOT or hot sticker on it. It is a bestseller shade, or it is the shades that they recommend you guys to get. So yeah, the shades that are unique in my eyes are this shade, which is the light brown shade that on me I have to use a lip liner, but I still like that shade. This brown reddish shade, which is like a beautiful rich brown shade that has a hint of red in it, and also the shade next to the brown shade, which is like an ox blood shade. The other shades are pretty, but they are repeated. I mean, like there's a lot of similar shades between them. You can get one or another because on the lips it looks similar. It's nice for them to have a lot of shades selection from this collection, but they are overlap and they are not many variety. And yeah, majority of the shades that I picked up are nude pinks or nudish shade. I think these two are the more lighter tones one. Other than that, the formula is nice, the opacity is nice. The opacity is similar to the lip clay one, but how it applies and also how it feels on the lips is slightly different. The lip clay one, like I said, feels a little bit more pillowy and clay-ish, whereas this one feels a bit more satin and slippery kinda, but you can just bump the slipperiness by just blotting your lips with a tissue or a cotton pad. I think the only one shade that has a different scent is this red shade. It still has a fruity scent, but not the guava scent that I mentioned. Hopefully the comparison will help you to have a general idea of how the shade compares to the existing lip clay shades. Okay, I hope you can still see the shade because my other light over here died. Starting from the lowest number, which is 010 over here, the light peachy shade. And then moving on to the next one, 104, which is the light nude brown shade, which I mentioned I have to wear a lip liner with it. And then the next one is the strawberry, or the light watermelon shade, this one over here, which is the shade 203. And moving on to the next one, which is the shade 205 over here. And then this one is the brightest shade from the collection, which is the shade 302, this one here. And then this one is the shade 402, the beautiful oxblood shade. And then the next one is also a beautiful shade in my opinion. It is the shade 403. And then this one is the shade 502. Down here is the shade 503, and this is 504 and 505. These three shades over here is very similar when you apply it on the lips. The differentiation is very slight, you barely see it if you apply it on the lips, but when swatch you can see that the middle shade here, which is the shade 503, is slightly lighter than these two. And that's it for today's video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I appreciate if you can subscribe. If you want to watch my playlist, Focallure playlist, you can click up here or in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I appreciate if you can subscribe, because I do a lot of makeup tutorial, reviews and hauls. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope I see you guys in my next one. Bye. Assalamualaikum.